let's welcome Mr. Ashish Tijare. With over 24 years of expertise in telecommunication, networking, and automation, he serves as a director at Intelligible Tech Solutions, a stalwart in transformative projects globally. He blends innovation with a commitment to sincerity and integrity. His collaborative venture includes prestigious projects like the Porche Design Tower in Miami and the Royal Palace in Riyadh, showcasing its ability to deliver tailored solutions to elite clientele. Recognized for visionary thinking, Ashish simplifies complexities, offering clarity and impactful solution in the realm of technology and automation. Ashish will be presenting a submission on using home automations for energy management and efficiency. So let's welcome Ashish.
Okay, so we're looking at energy management and energy efficiency through home automation. Now, what are the things which we are trying to achieve while doing any kind of home automation project? And we as a philosophy follow this six core values whenever we design a project or whenever we approach any particular project. Number one is obviously the convenience, because one of the prime motives what we want to provide a user through home automation is, of course, the convenience. Number two is safety. Now, the safety is also related a little bit to the safety of the people, but here we are talking more about the electrical safety of the systems, because we know a chunk of the fires which happen within homes, they arise from the electrical systems. Now we're talking about energy efficiency. We take care that the systems are durable, the design is perfect, and at the end, the entire solution is sustainable. Now, what is our offering in a green building? Now, by green building, I don't mean the IGBC certification or anything like that. A green building is basically a more of a sustainable building which adopts energy efficiency and energy management solution. So number one is, as I said earlier, we are talking about energy monitoring and measuring. We have to monitor energy and we have to measure energy. Why measure? I mentioned earlier, because unless we measure, we cannot save. Why monitor? Because we can achieve safety only if we monitor. If you're monitoring it real time, then we can save a lot of accidents from happening. Number two, we are looking at lighting control. So basically, we are looking at optimizing lighting systems to achieve energy savings and ensure comfort for optimal working conditions. So if you're at home, your conduct is different. If you're in office, your conduct is different. But at both the places, we are talking of achieving wellness and we are talking of achieving efficiency through lighting control. And then, of course, we are looking at HVAC systems. So how can we monitor HVAC systems? How can we optimize the HVAC systems so that we achieve maximum energy efficiency through home automation? Blinds and shutter control. Now, basically, the two things are related. Blinds and shutter control play a very pivotal role in HVAC because you can do a lot of HVAC control using blinds. At the same time, you can do a lot of energy efficiency if you can allow a lot of natural light to come in your building. We can look at load management. Now, typically, when an electrician wires, he wires in a particular way. We have to look at a design of electrical system where the loads are distributed and they're done in such a way that they give us maximum efficiency and lowest power consumption. Safety and security, I've spoken a lot about it already. Visualization, display, and signaling, this is very important because unless a user has a dashboard to see his energy consumption or his energy management, he'll not be able to take decisions faster. Automation, logic, and time control. So we are looking at writing different kind of logics. What should happen when this should happen? What should happen if the temperature outside crosses 35 degrees? What should happen if it's raining? What should happen if it's too cold or if it's too hot? So those kind of automation, logic, and time control we can do. How can we enhance energy efficiency by the celestial timing? By celestial timing, I mean the sunrise and the sunset times, So we can achieve a lot through that. And then, of course, the room automation, the basic lighting automation or HVAC automation, what we speak about. Now, understanding home automation system, I mean, all of us know what it is. I have just listed down a few things which a home automation typically does. So smart home solutions, building control, door entry, access control, entertainment control, wiring accessories are becoming a part of home automation, HVAC control, and building energy management. Now, these are the typical 7, 8, 10 things which home automation kind of covers. Now, let us look at where our major energy consumption happens. Okay. HVAC is 40 to 50%, lighting is 20 to 30%, and everything else comprises of only 10 to 20%. So if we can save uh, a lot of energy, or we can optimize our energy between HVAC and lighting, we are talking about almost 80% of the energy consumption covered, right? So HVAC includes, they can be chillers, boilers, and lighting, normal lighting systems or other electrical low voltage systems, sockets, etc. Uh, so as I said earlier, we have devised a whole new solution which is called a home management solution. What a HMS does is basically it is monitoring your distribution, protection and connection systems. It is doing sensing and metering. It is doing emergency lighting and access control. At the same time, it involves uh, products like EV charging, which is becoming very, very popular now, catching up really faster. And using cloud-enabled subscription-based digital services, it can do energy management, it can do asset management, and it can do building management. Now, one thing I would like to clarify to all the audience, this may not be very effective in small condos or apartments, because there the energy consumption is not up to that level. We typically are talking about uh, larger homes, bungalows, villas, and houses in extreme conditions. Like a lot of homes are being built in Lonavala, a lot of homes are built around Alibag, a lot of homes are built in Delhi, Rajasthan, uh, south of India, if you go to Hyderabad, where the weather conditions are really extreme. Okay. So there, this solution would be really, really handy. Otherwise, we may not be able to achieve the right return on investment for a smaller home. Okay. So if we involve a HMS system, we can do a lot with it. But what are we focusing in home automation? Earthing and lightning protection, optimized usage of diesel generators and UPS. We are talking about energy metering, lighting controls. We are talking about the VAV and the VRF controls or HVAC controls. And of course, large homes have a lot of drives and motors. So we are talking about pumps and sewage treatment plants and stuff like that, right? What are the other components? One of the components is obviously the weather station. Okay. Uh, then we use a lot of presence sensors. Presence sensors help if there is nobody in the room, then your lights and HVAC are automatically off. So that's your presence sensors are very, very handy. We're talking about security. So we are talking about intrusion, gas leak, uh, flood systems. We are talking about door window closure systems. We're talking about smoke detection systems. Okay. So a typical house, if you look at it from this perspective, so we have a weather sensor on the top of the house, which is sensing the weather real time. We have pool temperature and pumps. We have diesel generator and UPS. We have sprinklers and irrigation systems. We are gate and security systems. We have blind and HVAC management. And we have solar energy management. So basically what we are doing is we are bringing all these systems into a single umbrella. All the systems are talking to each other. And that's how we achieve the maximum efficiency. Okay. I will give you a typical applications, control of utilities. We can do a lot of scheduling, monitoring for water levels, air quality, humidity, smoke, fire, and air quality. We can look at smart integration of all the above components like lighting, HVAC, etc. And then we integrate power components like diesel generator, UPS, solar. I'll give you a couple of illustrations very shortly on how these systems can work effectively with each other. And then we can look at increasing efficiency of the HVAC system. Okay. So I'm just giving you a few illustration. For example, you have an overhead tank on top of your house and you have a tank at bottom of the house. Now, this happens everywhere. So what typically people do is, as soon as the water level goes down in the upper tank, people just fill the water from the bottom tank to the upper tank. But what happens if there is no water supply in the lower tank? So those kind of alerts can come in. Okay. Whenever there is a electricity outage, the diesel generator typically takes over. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to first ensure the diesel generator is working properly all the time. So we have to monitor it real time. We have to ensure that it is not consuming more diesel than it is required. If it is doing that, then we should be able to raise alarms. Number two, we have to see that the battery storage in solar batteries and the diesel generators, I mean, they operate really well so that we can use as much solar power we can, so the diesel consumption goes down. The UPS batteries over a period of time, they tend to lose the storage capacity. So we have to really monitor it so that if the battery health goes down, let's say below 75% or 50%, then it's time to change my UPS battery. And then we can fix at what time of the day the DG would come on, at what time of the day I have to. I am on a vacation and I just have to press the vacation button on my application. So what will happen is, even if there is a power outage, the DG will not come on. Okay, so these are some of the things which can be done. We can create a complete schedule of irrigation system. So we can do we can deploy a small moisture sensor. So if the moisture level in the soil goes down, then automatically the irrigation system works. How does it help? If it is raining, then your irrigation system is automatically off. So also your weather sensing can alert rain, and irrigation system can turn off, whenever it is raining. Similar things can be done for pool pumps. So pool cleaning system, they work automatically. So there are water sensors which check the quality of the water. So we can turn it off if you're on a vacation, or if it's raining, the pool is not going to be used for some time. Then you can make a schedule in such a way that the pool, instead of being cleaned every day, is cleaned bi-weekly or tri-weekly, depending upon the usage of the pool. And then, of course, effective power monitoring can be achieved using power and energy monitoring. As I said multiple times, unless we measure, we cannot save. We can look at current leakage. We can look at a continuous health of all the circuit breakers. We can monitor it and we can generate alert. This is more from a security point of view, but we all know that power leakage is reducing the efficiency of the power. In case there is a fire, the fire alarm system informs the home automation system and emergency services can be triggered. Energy monitoring can be done in case of, so if we have to achieve energy efficiency, then obviously we have to do monitoring. And all the critical areas in a house, kitchen, the equipment rack, the DB, your important entertainment systems, everything are prone to go wrong because of the moisture level. So we can monitor the moisture levels very, very actively. Okay. Another example is we can control HVAC. So if there is a fire, the HVAC system will stop working. Air quality sensing we can do. So if there is more CO2, let's say there is a party in the house and there are 30-40 guests, obviously the CO2 levels are going to go up. So we need a multiple fresh air infusion into the house. However, if the number of people are less, then fresh air infusion has to be reduced, because more fresh air means the HVAC system has to do more work. That will lead to your higher energy bills. We can make a combination of occupancy sensors and blinds, and then we can regulate the airflow and increase the efficiency of the HVAC systems. We can also do weather sensing. So we have, I mean, multiple people have already said that if the temperature outside goes beyond a particular level, then the blinds would close down. So what are the benefits of deploying a system like this? Of course, we improve the aesthetic design. We simplify the user experience. We increase the efficiency of the building. We reduce the complexity of the systems and increase reliability. Um, Now, almost all homes, bigger homes have, for example, they are using elevators. So if you're constantly monitoring how much power an elevator is using, okay, you can generate predictive maintenance calls. So let's say today my consumption was 1 kVA. In this week and the next week it goes to 1.5 kVA. You can call the elevator guy, boss, this is going up. Maybe you need to come and see. Okay. For commercial, of course, you can increase your revenue, and then you can offer a more unified package. So that is all from me.
Thank you, Ashish, for your interesting talk on home automation for energy management and efficiency.